Hey everybody, Old T-Roy here. Appreciate you joining me once again. Cooking in the kitchen today. Thought I would do a southern classic. Hamburger steaks, mashed potatoes, gravy. I'm gonna make an onion gravy for it, homemade, so it should be pretty good. Let me start here with the hamburger meat. Alright gang, this is very simple. We're fixing to make our hamburger patties for the hamburger steaks. I've got 2 pounds, 80-20 ground chuck. To that, I'm gonna add in a little bit of steak sauce. If you don't have Liam Perrin, you can use A1, whatever you want. In fact, you don't even have to use it. I'm gonna put probably a tablespoon or so in there. And let's go with a little bit of garlic powder. If you have granulated garlic flakes, go for that. That's probably a teaspoon or so. And just so you know too, the hamburger patties are gonna sit in the gravy, and we're again doing onion gravy. They're gonna sit in that gravy and they'll absorb some of that. So you don't need a ton of salt or a ton of garlic either, because we're gonna add a little bit to that gravy. And this is just fresh cracked black pepper, about a teaspoon or so. A couple teaspoons, I like my black pepper. Okay, now we're gonna mix all this by hand, make us some patties. We'll meet you right back. All right, we're fixing to throw these burgers. I made 3 patties out of all that hamburger meat. Got a couple larger ones and got a smaller one here. Karen likes a little bit smaller. I got half a cup of regular canola oil in here, and it's shimmering, and I can start to smell it a little bit, so it is ready. Just gonna put our patties in here. You make the patties any size you want, guys. And when you're doing this and you're making the gravy and everything, it's best to use either stainless steel or, better yet, cast iron skillets. So what we're going to do is let this brown on this side. We're not going to cook it all the way through at this point, because it's going to finish cooking once we get the gravy made. We're going to put it in the gravy for a little bit. But we're just kind of browning each side, and then we're going to take those out and we're going to start the gravy. Alright, it's been 4 minutes. Let's see what these look like on the other side. Yep, that's what you want right out there. Again, not cooking all the way through, just browning on each side here. I don't want to hurt myself here. There we go. Be very careful, guys. This is hot grease when you're doing this. All right. And this is a little smaller, so we're going to pull it out first. But once again, just browning each side. And that was 4 minutes. We're probably going to go a few minutes on this side. All right, we've been going about 4 minutes on the second side, and after about 3 minutes, I did pull this one off, smaller one. Let's see what these look like. Yep, there you go. So you like that nice dark color, and also what you're doing, you're putting that foam down here on the bottom. That's going to help your gravy taste really, really good. Watch out for that splattering grease. That's what we got right there. Now, see all that in there? That's good stuff right there. That's really, really good. All them little bits on the bottom right there. Got me half of an onion, just kind of sliced up. We'll get these onions sweated down. And that's going to also help get this foam down here come up off the bottom. And I was cooking those patties on about a medium high. We're turning down to like a medium now. So let me get these sweated down here for a few minutes, and we'll be right back. Hey gang, it's probably been 4, maybe 5 minutes. Those onions are looking pretty good. And we're going to add a little bit of flour. This is going to make our roux. This is 1/3 of a cup. Just regular all-purpose flour. And remember, I put a half cup of oil in there, so this should be pretty close to right here. Just want to stir this about. And what you want to do is cook this until you get the darkness that you want, but preferably at least a few minutes, and get that flour taste cooked out. All right, just make sure you get all that flour coated with that oil. And while you're doing this, again, just like I've shown y'all before, scrape the bottom. This is like on a medium high, more of a medium side, but towards a medium high. We're going to make our little gravy, make our roux. We'll be right back. All right, we're about the 7-minute mark since I added the flour. And your mileage may vary depending on your stove. You may do this for like 5 minutes. You may do it for 10. But that's what you're looking for. Nice brown roux like that right there. All right, so now it's time to start adding as a little liquid. I've got 3 cups of beef broth. And I just use the little cubes. I'm gonna add a little bit at a time. See it thickening up here. Okay, add a little more. We're gonna keep adding this until we get all 3 cups in there. And just make sure you scrape the bottom. It's gonna try to stick and it's gonna thicken up on you, but the more liquid you add, the looser it's gonna get and the easier it'll be. So just keep on adding water, or yeah, that's the other thing I was gonna mention. If you don't have beef broth, water would work. In fact, sometimes I throw in a little bit of red wine in here. That's what we're doing right there. We'll be right back. All right, I put all 3 cups in there and it doesn't look like enough liquid for me. So I'm gonna add a little bit more. And this is the point where you just kind of wing it, guys. I've got a couple more cups. I'm gonna throw 2 more cups in there, so total of 5 cups. And that was just plain water. 2 cups of plain water and 3 cups of beef broth. Yeah, that's looking a little better. And the reason I did that is because we're gonna put a lid on this with the Hamburger steaks in there. We're gonna simmer it on low for anywhere from 30 minutes to an hour. And this is gonna thicken up. So I'm gonna bring it up to a boil real quick. I've got it on high. We're gonna bring it up to a boil and I'll meet you back when we do that. We are back and this is just now coming up to a boil. All right, now if y'all try to make this, make it this way first and then you can always go back and change up some of the ingredients if you'd like to. But I haven't added any salt and pepper or anything to that gravy. We're fixing to do that. First step, add a little bit of Worcestershire sauce. It's going to help darken it and give it a little bit of that flavor that everybody loves. That's probably a tablespoon or so. See how I darkened it up? All right, it smells pretty good too. All right, now, gravy likes salt, so we're going to go with probably a couple of teaspoons of salt. Like so. Of course, I like my pepper. We're going to go in heavy, probably a tablespoon of pepper. Then we're going to go in with a little bit of garlic powder. Not a whole lot. You don't want to detract from the flavor of the beef. There you go. Teaspoon maybe. Mix all this together here. And the reason why you bring this up to a boil is because that's when the flour gets its thickening power. I mean, you can see it's already starting to thicken up a little bit. Yeah, that's good looking stuff right there, and it smells fantastic. So we're going to put our patties back in there now. You can see they just kind of surrounded. They're not covered, but they are kind of surrounded by that gravy. All right, and you see we got a little juice left in here. Just pour that right on in. Don't want to waste that. And again, since this has come up to a boil now, just kind of want to throw a little bit of that gravy on top of these steaks. Just like so. I'm going to turn this burner off because it's a little bit too hot for the simmer. And we're going to put it on that back burner, but in the meantime, I'm going to throw a little bit of onion, just thinly sliced onion, on these Hamburger steaks. Yep, this is going to be a oniony gravy here. Hey Keith and Terry, man, I bet Terry would love this. Girl likes her fresh onions. All right, we love it too. Put a lid on this baby. We're gonna sit it on the back. We're gonna let it simmer. 30-45 minutes, we'll check it, and it may take an hour or so. We're just gonna let it sit back there and simmer. Oh, every once in a while, come and stir it around a little bit, you know, every 10-15 minutes. All right guys, check it out. This has been going for right at an hour, and I did flip these burgers over, these patties, hamburger steaks. I flipped them over several times during the cook, and what I did too, I've been like putting some of this gravy on top of them when I flip them over. It helps keep them moist. All right, and right here at the very end, what I did, I used one of these, and I just kind of scooped any grease that was floating on top. Just scooped it out of there, and right now I've got it turned off. I tasted it. If it needs some salt and pepper and stuff, I added some salt and pepper. I actually didn't because I thought it tasted pretty good, but if you think it needs a little bit, go ahead and add it. If you want the gravy a little thicker, put a little cornstarch and water in there, stir it about, and thicken it up. I think it's pretty doggone good though. That looks pretty good right there. I'll show you this gravy real quick here. That's pretty good stuff. So I'm gonna make some mashed potatoes, some green beans, and we'll be right back. Plate it up. All right, gang, here we go. There you go. Check that out. That looks good. Let's give this a shot. Karen's already ate. What'd you think about it, honey?
Delicious.
Yeah, it was good. Just got gravy on there. That's good. Thumbs up, guys. Appreciate you joining me. Again, thumbs up if you like the video. Hope y'all subscribe. Tell all your friends. T-Roy Cook. We'll see y'all next time. Thanks, guys.